And we are back on the Rodriguez Show, and we got the one and only, the legend himself, the prettiest rapper in the juice in the world, Pretty Papes.
Yes.
How's it going, man?
On Earth, baby, on Earth.
Hey,
On Earth. My
hey.
dog, I'm fucking lovely. I'm beautiful. I'm just living life, and I'm just ecstatic right now. Blessed, super blessed.
We're right off the release of Romance Mike, the project, the legendary album, already instant classic, I would say, as soon as it dropped.
Oh man, instant classic.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna quote that and then put that in my something, and then just put the Rodriguez Show. Classic. All right.
I was gonna write a whole review on our Instagram, and I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll think about it more. I'll put it up. I'll make a post, official review from us. Don't worry,
an official review. I would love that. I would love that.
So before we get into the album, we have a lot to talk about. But how has your year been, man? 2021. How's it treated you so far?
It's been good, bro. It's been good. It's been kind of stressful, but good. Like all the work that goes into just finishing an album and finishing a project, seeing it through and making your deadlines. You know what I mean? Honestly, especially the beginning of the year was definitely like just a pressure cooker of like, okay, we need to be able to hit our deadlines, but then we also need to be able to do our daily content and still be efficient and run as a business. You know what I mean? So it's it's been good though, man. It's been good. The hustle I feel like made me stronger mentally. From last year all the way to this year too, but it's also, I feel like it's made me stronger mentally, which has made the music stronger,
Yeah, man. You can see that the music has evolved, and it is a long road for an album release. If you want to let's get into it. What are some of the things, like even leading up before the album itself, like that you and That's Filthy put together to get this album going?
We started recording for Romance Mike in September, which was basically the same month that I dropped S-Bop, my last little 4-song EP. And I just wanted to kind of showcase a different sound, a different side of me. Like a lot of this album actually has to do with my own personal taste in music. Like this is actually the type of stuff that I listen to on a daily basis. So I wanted to incorporate that more, and it was a lot of like writing wise, I kind of had to like almost like draw back from like real life experiences. You know what I mean? I had to really think a lot harder when I'm writing. I feel like before, like my writing style is a little more like free flowing. It's a lot of like just best words type shit with like a little bit of like undertone meaning. But like this one, I was like very literal with a lot of my lyrics, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed writing like that, and I think in the future you're definitely going to hear more sounds like this as well.
It's more like a concept album in that sense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely a departure from, like you said, just the bars after bars, which you've already perfected, which you've already shown even up till last year. With everything sounds better on paper. So that's kind of why I was really digging this. It's an evolution of the sound.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and I saw we mentioned on the show a while back you were recording. Where were you recording? It was like a big space, right?
It's a warehouse. It's a big old warehouse in Long Beach. It's called CC. It's like Chronically Creative. Mm-hmm. They're like partners with basically it's owned by this shop called Chronic Pain Relief Center in Long Beach. Mm-hmm. And it's a creative space. They do a bunch of different shooting there, all that stuff. And I just said, for me, dude, I'm kind of like in that. I used to have a studio recently. I gave up on my studio space. Mm-hmm. And I've just been recording on the go everywhere. Like I just bring my mic, my laptop, my little setup, and I record at the crib. I would pull up on other people. I'll pull up to the warehouse spot. Yeah. Anywhere. So this album was not recorded just in one place. It was me kind of going to different places and having to adapt to different environments and really, and just lock in. And a lot of it took me out of my comfort zone. And I think that's also why it came off the way it did too.
Yeah. It's like it's what you different than what you'd expect or what you'd. There's a lot more singing on it too from you, right?
Yeah. I was trying to introduce my singing voice, bro. 2020, I actually worked a lot on like trying to perfect like my vocals and perfect like a way that I could sing my melodies, even though I know I'm not a singer per se, but like just to get off my melodies and show off my abilities because I think I'm, song-wise, musically, I'm capable of so much more than just rapping per se. You know what I mean? So Yeah.
And that's what makes it stand out too, is that we're so used to hearing your voice just rap, but now that we hear it sing, it's like, oh, I like the way it sounds this way too, you know.
Thanks, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And some of those, can you talk about some of the features you got on the album?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got my brother Rain Raps. I don't know if you're familiar with Rain Raps,
Oh, of
but
course.
Mr. Hot Jam, already a legend as well in his own right. And yeah, I mean, the way we came up with that record was, I mean, so originally, DJ SMS, my brother DJ SMS had sent both of us that beat, and I was the one to record on it first. So I did like the hook, I laid my little part down, and I sent it over to Rain, and he loved it. He loved like the lyrics and the context too, and he probably gave me like probably one of the best verses I ever heard. Like I don't know if you like really like paid attention to detail like on his verse, but like I don't know, the way he flips his words, his vernacular, his vocabulary that he uses is just different. Like the way he talks just in real life too is just different too. So, I mean, it really came off on the record, and I was juiced. Another feature I had was Zay, the homegirl Zay. She works pretty closely with Nug Life and a lot of other really big hitters in like LA, like that East LA scene as well. You know, he's part of a EOTR, which is like East of the River as well. So that was like a big collab too, because I've been a big fan of hers for a long time.
It's a big standout feature in the album too, because it's like she's just singing, like it's powerful. It's just so cool too, because the beat goes with it too.
Dude, the way we came up with that song too, we made that song in about 3 hours. We made that. So Los had sent me that beat about like 2 or 3 days before too, and I just sent it straight to her, and we like linked up once to kind of like songwrite a little bit. I didn't really get too much done on my lyrics part, but we could find like a melody on the first session, and then the second session when we linked up, it was like 8 a.m. at that warehouse place, right?
Yeah.
There were some other people coming in the warehouse around like 11 a.m. So we literally had from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. to track out all the vocals. We were like buzzer beater. Like I hit my verse probably from like 8 to 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to figure out her hook. It was getting closer and closer to the deadline. It's like 10:30. She's finally laying her shit. There's like 30 minutes left. And I think the pressure actually is what made her fucking smash that shit. Yeah. Like literally like the pressure of I only have 30 minutes left to lay this down, or else we have to have another session and do this over and maybe lose this feeling. So like literally, when even like just hearing it with my headphones off, just raw, not even hearing like the beat, I was like just in awe. Like it was amazing, bro. And then of course my brother Los Wave. I don't know if you're on the Los Wave yet, but upcoming producer, really amazing dude. He produced Read My Mind. He also produced Love With You, and what was the other songs? Manifest Destination, and then Alone With You. So he produced 4 songs, basically like half the album. And so he also did the backup vocals on that. Oh, so you'll hear his backup vocals kind of like in the back of both Read My Mind and Love With You. He laced them into the beat. Damn. So it's like almost like on like some Pharrell shit that he was on when he was sending me things, and I was like, it felt like because I mean I went to high school in like 2009, and those are like big like clips and like Pharrell and like all these things were just barely coming up, all these Neptunes, all these new sounds, NERD. And like that really brought me back to that too. Also has like that pop funk vibe to it, and it just felt amazing, bro. I don't know, it just felt amazing to make, and like now that it's out, it feels even more amazing to like tell people like, hey, that's my song. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's your song too. It's not just hey, it's my track. Like this is my song on my album.
I'm freaking proud, dude.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Everybody, like all of us on the show, as soon as it came out, like that Valentine's morning, I was listening to it. I sent it to the guys, and it was one of the fastest things we've ever shared between each other. It's like, it's out, we're ready to hear.
Yes.
So do you have any videos dropping?
Oh, yeah. Well, I also can't leave out, for the features, I can't leave out Devereaux.
Yeah.
Devereaux on Paradise. We're actually shooting that video tomorrow. She's a star, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you. Watch down the line. She's gonna start working with my like management team. Oh, that's filthy and all that stuff. Yeah. And I mean collectively we have a lot of plans for her too. So watch out for Devereaux. And
Daniel James too on the track.
And Daniel James on the production. Yeah. So Daniel James on the production. My brother Mutt, actually, the producer of Juice, actually produced Lil Mama, which is
Mm.
crazy because it's like completely different sounds.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so he produced that.
Juice. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, right? Feels like forever ago.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, Pretty Papes already has a lot of great music, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot he had Juice too, like the hits. You didn't forget the hit.
My man, thank you. But yeah, got to shout out all the features.
Yeah. So there's a video already out for is it Boomy the Goat directed the So Fresh video? That was
Too Smooth.
Too Smooth.
Yeah. So he directed the Too Smooth video. That's kind of like a nostalgic vibe. Basically, I was trying to come off like this vintage Casanova type vibes, you know, had the hairspray popping, best looking dude on earth type vibes. But this next one, I'm dropping the video tonight, actually. This is probably not going to be on the air of this, but for Protect Your Feelings, which is the song I have with Daniel James. And it's kind of more like realism. It actually touches on like real issues that I have in my life. So definitely tune into that. And then we got another video coming with Rain Raps for Love Like This. And in pre-production right now, we're currently plotting out the video for Love With You.
Oh, wow. So
and then another video for Read My Mind. So almost every song on this project, I mean, we're shooting Paradise tomorrow too. Almost every song on this project will have a visual close to it.
That's really cool, man. It's a really ambitious project, and I'm excited you're getting things done. I do want to give a quick shout out to the radio guy, the announcer guy you have on Too Smooth. That was such a
Kevin Slow Jam and James, baby. Yeah,
that was tight.
Yeah, man. I forgot to shout out Kevin Slow Jam and James. See, there were so many people that were like a part of this project and just made this like what it is that I can't even claim it as just mine either. You know?
Yeah.
It's something that like it does take a village. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of the time in my older music too, I would be like very set in my own ideas, and I don't want it to change because I don't want anybody to input because you're gonna make it different than I would have made it. Yeah. But I feel like recently, with me being more open to collaboration, that was probably my weakness in the past, and it's to me it's turning into my strength. So hopefully you're gonna see a lot more collabs this year too.
Well, that's really good. It really does sound like a lot of great people came together and made something, because even every classic album you have like little bits and pieces where like, oh, I didn't know that Thundercat was on To Pimp a Butterfly. Like that's kind of stuff. Like they help each other out to create classics, and that's what you did.
At the end of the day, it's about the music. It's like, how can we make this the best thing possible and fucking put smiles on people's faces, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, Romance Mike is the album. It's available on all streaming sites. Pretty Papes, thank you so much for joining us like you always do on the show. Continued success. One of the greatest rappers in the juice, if not the greatest rapper in the juice. Pretty Papes.
Man. Thank you,
we're going to get into it.
I'm trying to take that title with me and earn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank you, bro. I really appreciate that.
We're going to play some tracks from Romance Mike, and we're going to play some more music on The Rodriguez Show. We'll get back into it. Keep listening. Keep tuning in.